Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It's like you can hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's talk about Nene's new show and her new guest that she had on her show. Okay, remember I told you guys that Nene has her Nene Leakes show on YouTube now, and she's had a few episodes I haven't watched, but only this one episode that we're going to be talking about today. But I haven't watched it, but apparently she has a few episodes under her belt, and that she is it is a full show. It is not just a interview kind of thing. Like, you know, like she had, for example, she had Latocha Scott and she had the person from Neighborhood Talk on this episode that I watched. Okay, so she's trying to open it up and, you know, kind of talk to people and all that, but still, I guess, dabbling with social media and whatnots and whatever. But she had Latocha Scott on there, and, you know, Latocha Scott would have been, like, it seems like the person to get, because, you know, coming off of that residuals challenge that she did, you know, we kind of just want to know, like, where is everybody at? Because all that happened and it was a fervor and then it just went away. Okay. So Nene did this interview, and I'm going to just tell you at the beginning of this that Nene could have kept this interview, because we ain't learned nothing. We ain't learned nothing that we didn't already know. Okay. I will hand it to Nene. Nene did ask the questions that we wanted answered. But the problem that I had with Nene was that Nene was interviewing her as if a person that has not heard any of the stories and the stuff that surrounds Latocha Scott and Xscape. Okay, so it was just sort of like Nene was just like, are you married? Like, she probably didn't ask this, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, we all know Latocha's married, right? But Nene, she don't know much about the story. So the way, or either she don't know much about the story, or she was acting like that to try to seem aloof and try to not seem like she was picking any sides and just kind of trying to give her own opinion. But in her trying to do that, it still looked like you was trying to pick on, and especially one person, because we know that Nene is jealous of Kandi. It's funny to say that about grown women who are successful in their own rights, but Nene has always had a problem with Kandi. Okay, maybe Nene don't do it on purpose. This is just something that is in Nene. She's jealous of Kandi because they just kept on talking about Kandi. Xscape is for people. Okay, Nene gonna somehow bring it back around to Kandi every single time. All right, and Kandi is out there shining, so it's just sort of like now it just really looks haterish. Leave Kandi out the mix altogether is what I want to tell Nene, because anytime we see Nene saying something with Kandi in her and Kandi's name is in her mouth, is usually something that is negative or jealous. Okay, like, yeah, Nene is clearly jealous of her. But anyway, they talked about a lot of things. Okay, Latocha's weight loss, okay, and having to look a certain way in the industry. You know, she's already talked about that before, being the heaviest in the group and how that affected her, so we already knew about that. Talked about getting the group back together, you know, and whether or not she was put out the group as opposed to her just leaving the group. You know, they've gone split hairs on that. But Latocha, the way that she was making it seem in this interview, was saying that nobody said anything to her. Nobody was telling her anything. So to her, that means that they put her out the group. Of course, the group will say that they couldn't get in touch with Latocha. She wasn't answering her phone. She didn't want to have to deal with nobody. I mean, she keeps a whole fucking crew around her. You got to go through the crew to get to her. We saw that when she came to the rehearsal on the reality show. Remember, she had that whole group around her, and Tamika was like, I can't even talk to my fucking sister because it's like I got to get through the damn security. All her goons we got to get through. Remember all of that stuff? It's just sort of like, even though Nene was asking her questions, because she did ask her about the baby and everything, supposedly Rocky had a baby and all, but Nene it was just sort of like, I felt like Nene allowed her to bullshit those answers. Like, it was clear them answers was bullshit, and Nene was not pressing her on it. She was asking her the questions, but she wasn't pressing her. Because when she asked her, like, did Rocky steal money from the group? And she was just like, no. But then you talking in the fucking songs, this residual song. So what we've come to realize is the residual song was just a song, just like Tamika said. She was like, Tamika said everything in that song, none of that shit was even true. None of that shit even really happened. It's just that Latocha wrote a song to get everybody, to raise everybody's gills. And that's exactly what happened. She was like, because her and Rocky still together. Now she's saying Rocky didn't have no damn baby. And it was just like, what do you mean he didn't have no baby? I thought the baby is already here. Okay? In the song, you talking about how you gonna have this conversation with Rocky to find out about these residuals, talking about the $30-something thousand that Tamika say that Rocky stole from her. But then in this interview, she gonna say he ain't stole nothing. Well, what about the song, girl? That's what you said. Okay? Rumors about the baby. Oh no, there's no baby. There's no baby. Okay? I'm waiting on the other girl to show up. It's just like, what is going on? When I'm watching Latocha, she said that the reason why she did that song was so that she can, well, she didn't say the reason why, but she said that the song opened up the doors for her to talk to her sister. She hasn't been able to talk to her sister. Okay? What happened in the talk? Are y'all cool now? Y'all good? Because y'all could have talked and still be disagreeing and still arguing and everything. She said they hadn't talked in some years, but I'm assuming that Tamika's probably still going to want to have the conversation that matters. Okay? And not necessarily just about this money, but all the other shit too that this girl has said and done, So I just sat there and I was just like, Tamika, Latocha, girl, really? We all knew about Xscape. Her talking about, being a tomboy and all. We all knew all of that. Nene, did you not know that? Like, it's like, you just, what? No. So, I just was like, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. It was a good guess for Nene to have, something that she knows that, at least all the black people gonna go and watch, But just that Latocha is just special. She's never going to be back in that group because she's like a narcissist. Like, she don't think that she's done anything. She don't think that she's done anything. I don't feel like she feels like she doesn't ever sound like she takes any kind of accountability, Even if she could say a one time, like, yeah, my man sometimes can be. She ain't even gonna say that. She is never going to admit to any wrongdoing on her part. Now, nobody is saying that Latocha is 100% the reason why the group messed up the way that it did. It was other shit that happened too. But what I'm saying is, Latocha, the majority of the reason why the group was fucked up and had all them issues and all that. Okay? Girl, please. You could have kept that anyway. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. Nene looks good. Nene looks good. And some of you guys tell me that she didn't fell out with Sierra already, so she don't have a podcast with Sierra no more. We'll see how long this show lasts. I hope it lasts for Nene. I'm not gonna hate. I hope it lasts for her. But we know how Nene do. She knows too, because she even said, I know y'all said I wasn't gonna be consistent, but here she is with another. So I guess maybe this was her second or third episode or whatever. But yeah, you guys, y'all let me know what you think about that, though. I was just like, Latocha, girl, what did you do this interview for? What was the purpose of the residual song if you're going to have a whole bunch of just shit that's not true? Oh, so you and your husband been broke up for 2 years? Oh, no, girl, I meant that for, like, everything. Like, 2 years, of, like, with the group and all. Girl, what? So you not broke up with this nigga. Girl, get the fuck off. Turn the damn channel. Shit. Nobody got time for Latocha. She is not getting back in that group. And when Nene said that they need her, they don't need Latocha. They don't need her, clearly. Okay? But it would be nice to have Latocha back. I do miss hearing Latocha's voice in the group. But they don't need her at all. Latocha can never come back ever again, and they gonna be able to just do whatever they do without Latocha. And so I think she knows that now. She knows that now. Okay, so now she doing this other shit. That group ain't getting back together though, y'all. It's a wrap on that, y'all. That's it on that. Let's move on to the next story. All right, y'all. They say that Thug's lawyer, Mr. Brian Steele. Y'all remember me telling you about him plenty of times during the Thug trial. Well, now that Thug's trial is over and Mr. Steele has some free time, he is now joining the lawyer team, the legal team, if you will, the defense team of Sean Combs, Sean Puffy, Sean John Combs. Okay, that shit is coming fast. His lawsuit, the case, starts on, I think, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is a big day. That's also the day of the Met Gala, and that's also the day that Tina Knowles, Beyonce mama, she does her gala. You remember her and her husband when she was married to that man for a little while, Richard Lawson. They had that. They would have like a formal the same day as the Met Gala as well. They do something as well. Well, he ain't in it no more, I don't think, but she is still doing it. So she's having her thing. So yeah, we all that happening on the Met Gala on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, dun dun dun. Brian Steele will now join Mark Agnifilo and Terry Garagos, or is it Tinny? Or is it Terry? Is that a typo? I'm telling you, every time I use this iPad. But Mr. Garagos, okay, he gonna be with them. These are all names that we know well. They do high, what's the word? High, like celebrity type of lawsuits and stuff. You know, they do high, what is the word? Y'all know, somebody tell me, put it in the comments, okay? But yeah, I know Puffy is ready to get to this lawsuit. I have a feeling that Puffy's gonna get out of jail, y'all. Y'all gonna get ready. I feel like all of the other stuff that happened kind of watered down his case. Like, we don't even really think about Cassie too much anymore. Like, it's so much other stuff. And I think it confuses what the main points and facts of the case were. And I just feel like, I feel like he's gonna be free. I feel like it. Y'all need to get y'all selves together because it's coming. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next. Child, y'all saw that video that somebody took of Tokyo Toni when they had been broken to. When her house got all demolished and broke up, and I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because this is actually a very serious story. So Tokyo Toni, which is Black China Angela White, mama named her Angela White, which is ironic that we're talking about mama in this story, Tokyo Toni, but she likes to do outreach, we'll call it. She likes to go on these missions and feed people and help people on the street and all that. And you know what? Good. Like, nobody is saying that she shouldn't do those kind of things, But she does it. It always seems like it's very dangerous because already the people, the caliber of people that Tokyo Toni is around any given time is a little worrisome. And it makes me it's not safe. Because while you can go around giving people money and all, it's another thing to invite them back to your home, your safe space, where your stuff is, your expensive things that mean things to you, like all your things. You bringing a person into that and you expect it to be okay. Just, you ain't vetted this person, you ain't checked up on nothing, you just move this person in. Well, of course, if they think that you have access to money, you already know that was like a disaster waiting to happen. And they done got into it because Tokyo Toni's mouth is slick, and whoever she had over there probably had a slick mouth too, and so they got into it, and the girl beat her up, smashed up the house, took They say 98,000. I was like, okay, Tokyo, you sure it was 98? You put a little 20 on 10. She say $98,000 worth of jewelry. Oh, I mean, it could be, because it was not just jewelry. It's jewelry and other things, clothes and furniture demolished. Like, it's $98,000 in damages, stuff and stuff stolen and all that. Okay. And I think I even saw, now I didn't put this in my notes, but I feel like I saw afterwards that Tokyo actually caught up with the girl and got into another fight with her. Now, is that true? I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't put that in my notes. Because when I did my notes, I was just talking about Tokyo. The other part hadn't happened yet, but I think something else happened with her and this girl. But I'm just like Angela, Miss White, you're going to have a seat. Talk with your mother. I know your mom is hard to control, is very basically uncontrollable, but she can't be moving people in her house. Your mama gonna get hurt. Somebody is going to get hurt. Somebody is going to get killed. She's just gonna catch the right one day, and it's gonna be over, you know. So I'm gonna need Tokyo to do better with that. She let that person stay with her 6 to 7 weeks. It was like y'all was roommates. And then who was it? This was like a fan of Tokyo Tony, supposedly. This was like a fan of hers. It's like, why are you fighting your fans? Why are your fans fighting you? What happened? But like I said, Tokyo Tony is so unpredictable. Like, the things that she does, you know, you can see a fight starting like that because of her mouth. So, but yeah, she lucky nothing else worse happened. Miss China, I'm gonna need you to get to your mama, okay? Where is the Pakistan lady? What's her name? Onija? Orija? Onija? I didn't put her name in there. I just put the Pakistani lady. One of you guys, Troy, wanted me to mention her glow up in the video today. And while she does look good, like, she finally, you know, remember I was asking you guys, like, where is she? Because the last we had heard that she was on the plane in Dubai. They had touched down in Dubai, and then they were continuing on to New York. But in Dubai, she was escorted off the plane, and nobody knew what happened to her after that. Well, she has finally found herself back in New York. And they done got a hold of her, and they got her. She looked good, okay? Hair, nice, makeup, clothes, the whole thing, okay? Dior boots, even though she called them Chanel boots. Look, they was designer, girl. They was designer. But anyway, she, look, there go the menopause brain, girl. It just went. Oh, what I was going to say is, she looks good, and, you know, the celebrities are starting to take to her, and, you know, she's got all of the things, you know, respect to the live, respect to the live, respect to the live, respect to the live, whatever she says, okay? She's got her catchphrases. Everybody know who she is now. Now the celebrities are taking to her. Let's make a bet. How long do you guys think it will take before they chew this woman up and spit her out, just like they do all of the other social media sensations that arise out of nowhere, okay? A la Charles and Netta. Like, where are they? We don't even really see Charles and Netta no more, okay? It's like they will get them, they'll put them on this, like, trajectory. It's like everywhere. You'll see them, and then they'll give them a little money, you know, and then they get a taste of the fast life a little bit, and then usually the story ends up wrong. It ends up bad. I hope that doesn't happen to her. What is her name? Onija Robinson. Is that what her name is? I hope nothing like that happens to her, but you can already kind of see, like, the more you start to see, you know, every time they stopping her, they asking her questions. I mean, the woman could obviously take care of herself and everything, but there is still some sort of there's some sort of disconnect there. Something is there, you know? And I hate when they get people that clearly have these kind of issues and they turn them out, basically. Like, they'll have them everywhere on social media. Everybody want to be with them, start inviting them to everything and all that, but eventually it all plays out, and then they just be leaving them high and dry, you know? So I wonder how long it's going to take for Miss Miss Pakistani. Okay, respect to the law. And apparently she must have a song coming out. So that'll let you know that that's what they do. They got her in that machine right now. Because why do they have a song? Why does she have a song coming out? Did we know that she was a singer? Was she supposed to be a singer? If she's a singer, fine. But if you guys just have a song coming out called Pakistani, you guys will understand that later. That's what she said. You got a song coming out called Pakistani just because all the, it's just like you guys are exploiting this lady. Exploiting the lady. And nobody gonna stop it. Nobody gonna stop it. All right. Anyway, that's it. But y'all tell me how long you think that it's gonna take before she's a part of yesteryear as well. Y'all let me know. Let's move on to the next. They say that TLC has a musical coming out. Okay, are you guys excited to see the TLC musical that should be coming our way soon? I'm not sure if this is going to be a large budget Broadway type of musical, you know, that maybe Candy and Todd might be lending a helping hand to, or if this is like more of the Chitlin circuit, you know, these plays that travel locally and go to like the urban theaters, and you know they're real popular that way, and they have like all of the, you know, B and C list stars and reality people doing I don't want to make it look bad, seem bad like that at all. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I did hear on the radio on my way to work the other day they were having tryouts for it out here. So TLC is having a musical. And I feel like they tried to do like something like this before. Was it TLC? I think it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. But anyway, they got a musical. Yeah, are you guys excited about seeing a musical with TLC? I just hate, you know, that Left Eye is not here. The group just doesn't feel, it doesn't feel cohesive. Now that group is a group that needs their third member. Like it doesn't feel right because Left Eye was such a big part being the rapper. They don't have the rapper no more. So like, it's like that part of the TLC is missing, you know? So it's like, it just, it don't feel the same. You know, I know they said they wouldn't replace her. So it's just like, who does the raps? Like y'all do the raps and stuff. Like, I don't know, but they got a musical coming. Y'all want to go see it? Congratulations are in order to our girl Sheryl Lee Ralph. Okay, they say that she got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame yesterday. I was watching Entertainment Tonight last night, and I saw, you know, that she looked very beautiful there, laying on the ground, you know, taking a picture next to her star, and good for her. Sheryl Lee Ralph is like, got like a Abbott Elementary. I mean, Sheryl Lee Ralph has always been, you know, she's been consistently working and always successful and all that. But Abbott Elementary has catapulted Sheryl Lee Ralph out of the, like, she's in a whole nother area now, you know, and it's like, I feel like her star is just starting to shine in a different way. Like, we knew her as Brandy Mama from Oisha and all that, and from Dreamgirls and all that, but now it's like, it feels like it's opening up more for Sheryl Lee Ralph, and I love that, the fact that she's an older woman, and, you know, you just never too old to still do what you love to do in your career. You know, of course, it does help that she's been doing it since she was young, so it's not like she just started at 60, okay? But she's been in it since she was 20, she said, and but it now feels like her celebrity, her status has even risen even more, you know. So I'm happy for her, and the fact that she just always looks good. Don't she look like Candy to y'all? Sheryl Lee Ralph looks like how Candy gonna look when she get grown, like grown, like in her 60s, grown. Okay. Let me not say that, honey. Mama Joyce probably won't like that. But yeah, every time I see like a picture of Sheryl Lee Ralph, I'll be like, oh, that look like that's gonna be how Candy gonna look in about 15 more years. You know, maybe 15. Yeah, about 15. Because Candy's what, about 45? Yeah, that's about right. All right, let's move on to the next story. All right, lastly, you guys, Marvin Sapp, child. Never Never, 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 never. There's somebody in the car next to me. I know he probably like, what is going on over there, child? He's asleep though. Anyway, Marvin Sapp. Now y'all know we didn't talk about Marvin Sapp telling them to close the door and whatnot and all that, right? Honey, they had them rolled Marvin Sapp so much. Even at one point, Mr. told me, said, I heard he was getting death threats. And I was like, death threats? Why are they threatening the pastor? Y'all threatening this man because he said close the door? Do you see that? Y'all done took it too far. Y'all ain't got to threaten the man with death. Y'all couldn't have just sat down and talked to him and been like, listen, you can't do this. They talking about they was calling the police and saying that he had kidnapped people and all kind of shit. All this stuff was going on. So I guess Marvin Sapp was just like, well, you know what? I'm going to give you the quote that he gave me. He said, the last few weeks have been tough, misunderstood, misrepresented, misinterpreted, and even maligned. But I've learned that when life hands you lemons, you don't just make lemonade, you build the lemonade company. And he said that's what he's doing. So he coming out with a song called Close the Doors. Close the doors. I said close the doors. I was like, Marvin, for real? Like, this is the equivalent of like when Mel this is the equivalent of like when Mel had them t-shirts made. I love it, Mary Jonesville. It's just like, you know what? You gonna say some shit, but I'm gonna make money off of it. So I'm gonna make some t-shirts with the slogan on there, and then I'm gonna sell the t-shirts. That's the same thing he doing with Close the Doors. Okay. And I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke. I saw it on Shade Room and all that, and I thought maybe he was just making a joke about it. But they said that this damn song coming out on Friday, y'all. Y'all made the pastor go and put out an old bullshit ass song bothering the Lord about these doors being closed, child. The Lord got way more things to deal with, and now you guys y'all got Marvin Sapp, the gospel singer, up here fooling with y'all with this social media foolishness. Y'all see that? Terrible, terrible. I'm gonna listen on Friday though. He said, close the door. I said, close the door. Child, now they got the music. It got like that organ music playing in the background, like when you get to the funeral before, you know, they start really playing the music, and it's just always just like church organ music, that kind of like that was playing in the background. And I saw like some heaven, some clouds and shit. So when I saw the picture on Shade Room, I thought that it was just a joke. You know how like when somebody gets killed on a TV show, then they have like the funeral, the funeral program on social media, and like who bringing what. I thought it was something like this. Come to find out, nope, Reverend Sapp is serious. Okay, and I can't take him serious with this. I can't take y'all serious for threatening the man. Shame on y'all. How y'all threatening the man in the club? Y'all do still like Marvin Sapp. I think that he just made a mistake, and I think that that's something in the church, in this church community, that they can do without. But it happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. Okay? Leave that man alone, y'all. And I'm going to get on off of here. All right, y'all, that's it on that. I'm going to get on off of here. We do this every single week. I wish y'all could see my outfit today. It is so cute. And then my makeup is jacked up. It's like, how you had to... I hate when my makeup don't be right and my outfit be cute, though. I hate when that happens. But, we do this every single... Did I say that already? We do this every single week. So make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.